A tweet went out from Brandon Walker of Barstool, and he said that there are only 13 happy fan bases in college football. I'm here to fact check the man now. So the tweet came out. The tweet heard around the world that there are only 13 happy college football fan bases. And that made me think, because I was like, hold up. Yes, college football fans are perpetually unhappy and they are frustrated, and they, will find something to complain about, find a way to be slighted, everything else. They're unhappy with NIL, unhappy with the coach contract. They want him fired, want the defensive coordinator fired, new offensive coordinator. Something needs to be fixed at all times. They want to ball it up and throw it in the trash all the time. So he said that there are only 13 happy fan bases in college football. And I'm not sure if he's right. So the schools that he named were, he said Texas, Ohio State, Indiana, SMU, Notre Dame, Oregon, Arizona State, Ole Miss, Illinois, Syracuse, Missouri, Colorado, and Vanderbilt. And I thought about this. I was like, that's actually a decent list. It's not a bad list at all. So let's break down these schools at first. So he went in on Texas, right? Now, Brandon Walker might be right here, but Texas fans' happiness is actually being put on credit right now. It's on credit. They are swiping that card because they're assuming that there's not going to be a fall off from Quinn Ewers to Arch Manning. Now, you might see the quickest the fan base has gone from 100% satisfied to full-on panic mode if Arch Manning doesn't look good on the road in Columbus to start the season next year. That will be full-on panic mode because there's this expectation that the future is brighter than the past, that the Arch Manning future of the Longhorns is so much brighter and the ceiling is higher than what Quinn Ewers could get them to, even though this was, back-to-back semifinals in the college football playoff. Second team up, Ohio State. Now, Ohio State, their fans, hey, we're fine. Everything's good. We just won a national championship. But they didn't get the resolution that they wanted in the Michigan Connor Stalions case. Not at all. They actually lost both coordinators, one of them to Penn State in Jim Knowles, and they lost Chip Kelly to the Raiders. And they're trying to convince themselves that Matt Patricia is an upgrade over Jim Knowles, when in reality, when new coordinators come in, it takes a year. And then it's that second year. Yes, you may have improved. Well, actually, there's no way to improve on the number one defense next year. So if they are not a number one defense in the country, if they're, number 12, number 13, that is not going to be an upgrade. They're breaking in a brand new quarterback. They're going to be breaking in a brand new offensive coordinator as well, even though he's been on staff in their former wide receiver coach of Brian Hartline. But this is going to be his first time calling plays. So how's that going to work out? So Ohio State, they're pretending like they're happy right now because they just won a national championship. But deep down inside, they're not as happy as they really say they are because they just lost to Michigan 4 times in a row. And the future, it's bright because it's Ohio State, but it ain't quite where you need shades right now. Next team up, Indiana. Now, Indiana football fans should be 100% happy, but you can't get 100% without thinking about how your coach punted against Notre Dame from midfield down 20-3 in the fourth quarter. That can't make you 100% happy. So, and Indiana football, who got a bunch of James Madison transfers when Kurt Singletti came over, they're recruiting at a higher level than they had, but to be able to compete against Oregon, Ohio State, Penn State, and Michigan for the Big Ten crown, you're already behind the 8 ball right there. And last year you had the advantage of not having to play Penn State or Oregon in the regular season. And you're not going to get that luxury in 2025. So while Indiana fans were happy, and they're probably happy with the trajectory of the program, if they believe that this season is going to be a regular occurrence on making it to the college football playoff every year. No. Sorry. You still got some building to do. So their happiness may be short-lived, if you get my drift. And you guys make sure that you guys like, subscribe, get notifications, tell a friend. Now we got to talk about SMU, because this is a team that I believe, out of, the teams that just popped up this year, Arizona State, we had, Indiana. SMU feels like the one with the most staying power because they're on a recruiting hot streak. They retain their staff. They have a friendly 2025 schedule, and they got a couple of key pieces out of the portal. And honestly, there's no way to poke holes in what SMU has going on right now. Next team up, Notre Dame. Now, Notre Dame fans, they probably didn't love losing their defensive coordinator, Al Golden, and then deciding to hold firm with the quarterbacks on their roster heading into the 2025 season that starts against Miami. Of course, that's going to make fans nervous, but my Notre Dame fans should be 100% happy right now. Yes, they lost the national championship, but they got Marcus Freeman, their head coach. He looks like he wants to be there long term. He is recruiting well. He is winning. And that NIU loss from last year, blip on the radar. So yes, their fans should be 100% happy. And Notre Dame's not used to winning championships anymore anyway, so they should be 100% happy. Hey, hope they win soon, but truth is truth. All right, next one up. So the Oregon Ducks. They have to deal with Washington fans on the internet, so it's impossible to be 100% satisfied with them around, because Washington fans are always here to remind the Oregon Ducks that they have not won a national championship. And I am here to tell you, yes, Oregon fans are 100% happy with Dan Lanning. They are 100% happy with the trajectory of the program, but there is no reasonable Duck fan that is 100% happy. There is always a hole in your heart until you win a national championship. Yes, there is a hole in my Oregon heart as 100% happy as I am. There's a 0.0001% that I will not be satisfied. I will not be fulfilled with my college football experience. And no Duck fan will until you hoist that trophy. It'll be like somebody like, yes, we did it. Because then what is everybody going to say? Nothing. All them stupid memes about, do you know what the O stands for? 0 national championships. 10 million uniform combinations. No national championships. Well, listen, Oregon fans are sick and tired of the BS, and I'm telling you. So, yes, not 100% happy, even though you are 100% happy, if that makes sense. All right, next team up. Now, this team should be 100% happy. And if I were them, I would be 100% happy. And that is Arizona State, because their fans are still mad about the Peach Bowl. And they're mad about bad calls in that Texas game. But they're happy with the program. And they are happy with Kenny Dillingham. And so Brandon Walker is right about that. But overall, in general, Arizona State's not happy. No. They are 100% happy with Kenny Dillingham. They are 100% happy on the trajectory of the program, but there's still a little bit nervousness and uneasiness because you're wondering if this year was an outlier or if this is the norm of what you're going to be getting year in and year out. Next team up, Ole Miss. Oh, he could not have missed more on this because Ole Miss fans, ain't no way that they're happy. How can you be happy when you underachieved last year, when you were expected to make the college football playoff and you had multiple bad losses? I mean, bad losses that kept you out of the college football playoff. And this has nothing to do, in addition, I should say, to their feelings about missing the college football playoff. They know that they messed up. And that alone is going to keep them out of the 100% range because all of them people that put up the money for the NIL, the ROI, the return on investment, was not exactly what you expected. Just saying. Next team up, Illinois. Now, their head coach, Brett Bielema, got upset with me a couple of years ago when he bashed his team in his first year at Illinois, bashed the players. And I'm like, you're the coach. Don't bash them. You're the multi-million-dollar guy. Don't sit there and bash the players. And do you know what he has turned around and done since then? They have become a respectable program. They have become a tough out. They are well coached. So good job, Brett Bielema, and you can stop being mad at me for telling the truth, because now I'm telling the truth about the good job that you're doing. Just saying. But another reason that they're unhappy is because they were 65th in points per game last year. You know, it was nice and all dandy getting to 10 wins, but everybody wants to score points and nobody likes to be on the struggle bus. And you can't be 65th and be fully happy with anything. All right, next one up. Syracuse. I gotta tell you, Fran Brown, he's giving them a moment. And it would have been nice to get a waiver for Kyle McCord to get another year of eligibility, but he ended up declaring for the NFL draft. But other than that, if you're Syracuse, how can you be unhappy? You hadn't had a winning record in conference in a minute. And now you got a coach that swears on everything that he wants to stay there long term. And he is a good coach. So, yes, Syracuse fans got to be extremely happy. Now, the next one is Missouri. Now, Missouri fans are probably at 100%, especially when they look ahead and see that the season starts with not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 6 home games. And also seeing that the two teams that beat the hell out of them on the road last year, both having to come to Columbia. So yes, Missouri fans are happy because they have hope, and the hope feels bright. They have gotten a 5-star commits. They are recruiting at a higher level. They no longer feel like that they are the permanent doorstop and doormat for the SEC. They are planning on taking out some of the big names and putting them below them. So yes, Missouri fans should be 100% happy. Next one, Colorado fans. There's no way Colorado fans are 100% happy. They might be 100% happy with Deion Sanders, but they're probably very nervous. And if you're nervous, can you really be 100%? They're nervous about what they're losing to the NFL draft in Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, Shiloh, and the rest of the crew. But they got to feel good because they kept Coach Prime, and they're in the top 30 for both high school and transfer classes for the 2025 season. And nobody really saw the high school part coming, but the transfer portal, of course. Yeah, Deion's going to be recruiting out of the transfer portal. Last team up, Vanderbilt. Now, as long as Diego Pavia is walking around that campus, they got a chance. And this is probably the best thing that it's been for the Commodores in a very long time. Because at no point in time, if you are a Commodores fan, could you sit there and be happy or excited about the trajectory of your program? You have Clark Lee there, who is doing a great job. You pair him with Diego Pavia. You made a bowl game, and now you're sitting there like, hold up. 8-4? Is 8-4 possible next year? Dude, if Vanderbilt goes 8-4 or 9-3 next year, that's like winning a national championship there. And that is going to keep their hope even bigger than the 100%.